Manor Solomon has just completed his medical at Hotspur away. Postecoglou had his first press conference as new Tottenham Hotspur head coach on Monday afternoon. And Davinson Sanchez could be on his way to Turkey as Spurs have just received a €9 million offer from Galatasaray. He is now making up his mind whether he wants to leave or not. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well. My name is Chris Cowlin, and this is another episode of Tottenham News, where I'll be going through all of the latest Spurs news, rumours and reports. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Now let's start by talking about Tottenham Hotspur head coach Ange Postecoglou. He had his first press conference as the new Tottenham Hotspur head coach today at Hotspur away. He stated, "I want to bring success to this football club and put it where it deserves to be. There's an enormous challenge here and I love that. That's what attracted me most about this role. A great challenge. What a great story if we get it right." Now, Postecoglou spoke about change at the club and said, "I think in terms of the squad, I think it's fair to say the reason why I'm here is because the club are seeking change. That usually means a change in personnel. I have to work with the certainties. I have to tick off the uncertainties one by one. It might take a little while to see my full squad, but I'm excited about when I can start working with them." Postecoglou also said in the press conference, "From the outside, it's important that we establish some key principles in how we want to play and how we want to interact with everyone else. That's key. Goals and targets are great, but they can stifle you somewhat. We need to adapt to whatever is ahead of us. You can plan as much as you like, but you've got to be agile." Postecoglou then went on to talk about Harry Kane and said, "I haven't had any assurances and I wouldn't expect any. With these type of situations, you're never dealing with certainties. I can only go on what I know right now. Harry is part of the squad and looking forward to being back and part of the players." Postecoglou has been talking about Spurs midfielder Tanguy Ndombele and said Tanguy has been good. He's been working hard in training, as they all have, because they've got no choice. I take things as I see them. He was part of a Serie A winning side last season, and he's still been working well. Within that context, I've been pleased to see him here and part of the group. What that means for the long term, we will see. Maybe he won't want to be part of things. Postecoglou gave an injury update and players that possibly won't make the summer tour to Australia, Thailand and Singapore. He stated that Rodrigo Bentancur is still out. Goalkeeper Fraser Forster has a back injury and will not travel. There's a couple of others. We will see how they go. He then went on to say, "I'd really like as many of the group as possible to go to begin building that team." Also on Harry Kane, Postecoglou said Harry Kane is one of the best players in the world. I want Harry here and I want to make Tottenham successful. I'm certain he wants that as well. Now, a couple of transfer updates from Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. He has stated that Tottenham are not intention to accept €80 million fixed fee for Harry Kane. Sources close to Spurs guarantee that this amount will not be good enough for Bayern to make the deal happen. Bayern Munich want to insist on Harry Kane as they still hope to make progress on the deal. He has also stated that Tottenham are still considering centre-back Edmund Tabsoba of Bayer Leverkusen as top target, but no official bid as yet, while talks will continue for both Tabsoba and Mickey van der Ven this week. Final decision on new centre-back will depend on asking price and negotiations with Bayer Leverkusen and Wolfsburg. Fabrizio Romano gave a further update on Tottenham Hotspur and the transfer window on Monday evening. Galatasaray have sent a verbal proposal to Tottenham Hotspur for defender Davinson Sanchez. Understand proposal is around €9 million fee, but Sanchez also has 2 to 3 more clubs now keen on signing him. Spurs are prepared to let him go. It is now up to the player. Now, various reports out on this story. Manor Solomon completed medical test at Hotspur Way on Monday, and he will sign officially as a Spurs player on Tuesday. He will join Tottenham Hotspur Football Club on a free transfer. Now, my thoughts on all of these stories in today's episode. Let's start by talking about Ange Postecoglou's press conference at Hotspur Way that took place on Monday afternoon. Very, very impressive. I tell you what, every single question that was put to him by the media, he dealt with it extremely well. A couple of jokes in there as well. Called a couple of journalists mate, which is a very Australian thing. I absolutely love that. What such a lovely guy. And he comes across as really experienced, very, very well organised in the way that he answers questions. I absolutely love the guy. I tell you what, every single time he opens his mouth, I'm very, very impressed. All he talks about is trying to improve Tottenham Hotspur. He talks about winning. He talks about putting things right. He talks about direction. He's very ambitious. He wants to improve this football club. He wants to make this football club successful. The way that he talks about players, there's no mucking about. Players are not going to get the chance to muck about or do anything wrong. He's going to put it right straight away. And, he talks about his coaching staff being young and ambitious. I tell you what, it's all positive. I watched that press conference and felt really good about watching a Tottenham Hotspur head coach talking about the future and talking about this rebuild. He spoke very honestly. There wasn't any questions where he kind of shied away from or failed to answer in detail. And I really, really like that. And I can't wait to watch more press conferences. The embargoed section is actually out on this channel, 10:30 UK time, PM, by the way. So do look out for that. And there's also another embargoed section on Tuesday, comes out midday UK time. So do look out for that one as well. But I tell you what, Postecoglou, I could listen to him for hours on end. And the way that he wants to take this club forward, the way that he has realised that many managers have come in and haven't got it working, haven't got it successful. And I think he really believes that he is the man to come in and put everything right and get everything going again and make this football club successful again. He talks about that a lot, and I really like that. Of course, he wants Harry Kane to stay. I thought it was very telling about what he said about Tanguy Ndombele. Personally, I can't see Ndombele having much game time, if any at all, under Postecoglou. That's just my personal opinion. But this rebuild continues, and let me go on to talk about Davinson Sanchez. Spurs apparently have had an offer in this evening, €9 million from Galatasaray. Spurs are open to selling the player, and it is now up to Davinson Sanchez whether he wants to leave the football club or not. I think 110% he needs to leave the football club. Spurs need to be ruthless in this transfer window, in my opinion, and we need to offload a number of these players that aren't good enough, especially in that back line. As I've said on this channel many times, certainly in the last couple of days, the defensive back line needs vast improvement, and I think I'd feel so much more comfortable as a Tottenham Hotspur fan going into pre-season once we've got a defender or two over the line of real quality, because going forward I don't think we've got any problems in creating goals, scoring goals, etc. But the back line, we shipped so many goals last season, and in the manner that we done it as well, so many mistakes at the back. I would certainly feel better, and I'm sure Ange Postecoglou would feel better about it as well, going into pre-season and starting the new Premier League season with some real quality at the back. But Sanchez, for me, 100% needs to go. Apparently, a couple of other clubs are interested, so I hope that is all he is thinking about, and he isn't thinking about possibly staying at Tottenham, because there is no game time for Davinson Sanchez, in my opinion, going forward. He's definitely an area where we need to improve and offload players like Sanchez, 100%. Wish all these players who leave the football club this summer all of the very best for their future careers. But we've got to worry about our football club, Tottenham Hotspur, and improving this starting 11 and improving this squad. With that said, so many reports have come out about Edmund Tapsoba and, of course, Mickey van der Ven. Fabrizio Romano has stated many times that Spurs are interested in both of these, and Tottenham Hotspur continue to talk to Wolfsburg and to Bayer Leverkusen, but it is now down to price. As I've said on this channel many times recently and in the last couple of years in various transfer windows, You know, if you have top targets, you need to go and get those top targets. There is no point keep settling all the time for second, third, fourth, fifth best. You know, we need to improve this team vastly, especially at the back. We need top quality players in at the back. If these are our top targets, go out and get them, pay what you need to pay, and improve the back line. Give Ange Postecoglou, you know, the tools that he needs to take this football club forward. He speaks so well, as I said, in all of the press conferences or clips that I've seen. You know, he's done the one press conference so far as Tottenham Hotspur head coach, and it has been very, very impressive. So, you know, give him the tools, and I'm sure that he will deliver. He has delivered every single place where he has been. Yes, he's not managed in a top 5 league yet. This is his big break. But the way that he is talking, I think, has excited a lot of people. I think he's impressed a lot of people. There has been many, many doubters in his career so far. And he likes to prove those doubters wrong. And I'm sure he will want to do that in the Premier League with Tottenham Hotspur. So please, Tottenham Hotspur board, give Ange Postecoglou what he needs. Give us a chance of getting European football for the following season. And, you know, we're being promised at the moment entertaining football. Give us entertaining football and give us some quality players on the pitch. Thanks for watching and thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching this on YouTube, please do hit that subscribe button, like, share and comment below. And if you're listening to this on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, come on you Spurs.